Hi, are you using Hexagon Smart 3D for the first time on your project? Here are the 5 key factors that we will be discussing about when you are executing your Hexagon Smart 3D project for the first time. Hello, I'm Bhaskar and this is the HaleForm show. Hexagon Smart 3D is a very intense engineering and modeling application. It actually provides a platform, a consolidated platform, which where you can easily conceptualize your model for all the disciplines at one place. So Hexagon Smart 3D provides a very good platform, but it is also very complex because when a package comes with too many features, it automatically becomes very complex in terms of usage, in terms of management for the first timer. So in this episode, we will try to give you a brief how easily or to understand that what can be the roadblocks or challenges when you're planning for your smart 3D project. This is not the only 5 factors. There will be definitely other factors. You will definitely need an expert to be associated to your project. Uh, but the 5 things that I think that can be very crucial when you are planning for a smart 3D project is here. So the first and foremost thing that I understand should be your IT infrastructure. Hexagon Smart 3D should be well planned in terms of its infrastructure. It should have a proper resource allocation. Your database servers should be well equipped for peak users because there will be multiple disciplines working at the same time on the project. So your database server should be readily available or should be strong enough to handle those kind of peak user strength. You should have an eye on your infrastructure. If something collapses, it will collapse the execution of your smart 3D project or your application completely. And at one time, you will have everyone suffered and there will be a downtime in terms of modeling. So this is a very crucial thing when you're planning. Definitely, you can start with a smaller infrastructure, but you can scale up during the course of project. So this is something that should be planned well in advance, keeping all the discipline users in mind. Hexagon Smart 3D comes with a very crisp layer of access management. You can very well define the roles and groups for access management so that there's no overlap between the disciplines or other work. You can take access management in terms of AD groups. You can very well define which AD group will have which access. Sometimes for other engineering disciplines, you might need to give read-only access for some of the users, which can be super users from discipline. They can be application specialists. They might need some of the administrative rights. So this is something that you have to plan in advance, that what roles will be there in the project. Probably you will not need an application specialist in your project. Probably your administrator might be having all those responsibilities. So this is one thing that information management or the administrator have to plan. They have to take all the inputs from all the disciplines. This can be easily managed from project management. Batch managers or other services that have to run on Hexagon Smart 3D servers are very important. It is important that you understand that you shouldn't be running that on user whose password expires in a few months or based on your IT policy of your organization. If that expires and you have to change your password, you should go and change it on the servers as well, your services as well, so that your services or your batches doesn't get hampered. Definitely, it's very difficult to manage this. If something has changed, some passwords has changed and you forget to do that, then it will stop the service and you might get into some of the model troubles. This will impact your quality, this will impact your progress. It's always better to plan in advance, and it's advisable not to use expiring user authentication. Always use SVC account for this. Have an SVC account separately for this. Give access to this on database, and make sure that this password does not expire, or even if it expires, it expire on the longer term, like 1 year or so. Licenses are very important in Hexagon Smart 3D execution. Of course, it is important for all the other applications as well. But for Hexagon Smart 3D, we have to understand that no user occupies multiple licenses, or even if they occupy, they have this discipline to use it wisely, because if you have a limited number of licenses, then you some users might get impacted through that. So there are features where you can track your license usage, and it's advisable that you take care of that, you monitor that regularly. You see that no one is overutilizing your licenses, no one is keeping their Smart 3D session open throughout the night. When they go home, they just lock their system and they keep the model open. That is actually not advisable. And you can extract report and have a look at that, and you can definitely tell the user to use this licenses very wisely. And the last thing in this episode is about your customization. You might have to look throughout your project that what customization you might need. You might need name rule customization, some special custom commands. You might need your symbols to be customized, hangers and supports to be customized. So everything has to be planned. They have to be discussed with discipline. All your standards should be in place so that you can have an overlook that what's available and what is not. You can definitely have your developer or your catalog specialist to be discussed about these things, and your project should be ready when these customization is required, whatever phase it is. So for the customization, you need to plan in detail, you need to plan in advance, you need to have it ready when actual time comes. Probably your 30% is it is required, at your 60% it is required, or whatever phase it is required for. So definitely you should think of it, you should have a discussion with your disciplines. So this is it for this episode. Let me know that what you think about it. Definitely, this was just the five factors that I think that is important. Uh, Definitely, there are more to be planned, but these five factors, I thought that it should be discussed in the first episode. Um, if you are a first timer, just let me know that how your organization is planning to execute your Hexagon Smart 3D project for the first time. If you need any help, you can definitely drop an email to me at bhaskar@haleform.com, and you can discuss with me that about anything that you want. If I have knowledge for that area, or I have someone where you can get help, definitely I'll help you. Um, so this is it for now. Have a great day. Goodbye.